What it be, everybody? It's your favorite sensei back at it again. To make a long story short, you kinda suck at reading kanji. Hello children, I'm just gonna be frank. If you can't read this, or even this, you're just straight up a failure. No sugarcoating on this channel, fuck you. That's why today we're gonna be learning how to read just one letter. A kindergarten level kanji written in only 5 strokes. How hard can it be, right? Well, I'm talking about it and the video length is like 10 minutes. I think you all know where this is going. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so the most obvious way of reading this kanji is this textbook kunyomi and onyomi. Its four most common kunyomi every Japanese person knows is ikiru, umareru, haeru, and nama. In English, it would mean to live, to be born, to grow, and raw. This reading has an alternate kanji with a similar meaning, but don't worry, the difference is simple. This is for specifically giving birth, but this encompasses everything birth related, like the economy, ideas, hope, whatever. This word technically has an alternate kanji, but nobody uses it, so let it die. The two most common onyomis for this kanji are se and sho. You'll see these readings in words like seikatsu, seiza, seimei, and hasse, and shogai, shotoku, shorui awaremi no rei, issho. Sometimes you'll see a dakten on them, like in tanjo, meaning birth, and heize, the ordinary. So far so good. 8 readings, very distinguishable. I'm going to count dakten and handakten readings as their own just to get the points up. Alright, now we're at a point where readings become pretty difficult. From here, you won't be expected to know these readings unless you're a medium to high level. But in case you want to memorize the important ones, I have this color indicator to indicate if you really need to read it, alright? But before I start, let me drill in a little bit of perspective into the absurdity of this kanji's readings. Most kanjis, like 80% of them, have somewhere between 1 to 4 common readings. Common, I'm not counting the weird ones. Now it's estimated that there's at least 150 different readings of this kanji alone. Estimated. That's not a word you typically want to hear in fucking linguistics. Going alphabetically, starting from the A column, you have readings like ai in ainiku, which in English would mean unfortunately. Hundreds of years ago, it was ayaniku, so add that to the list. Aga in Kamiagari, a place in Iwate. Aza in the name Azami. I'm counting names in the list, by the way. In Kyoto, there's a mountain called Miyareyama spelled like this. For more information, here's a website, address, and a phone number you could call. Inochi, as an alternate reading of seimei. Books will indicate how they want you to read the word by having it written in small text next to the kanji. Iku and ikuta, the names of places all over Japan. Ike like in ikesu or ikebana. It would normally be spelled like this, by the way. This reads more like seika. Ige in Igezumi, Igo in Igomori, Ubu found in names like Ubukata. This kanji is sometimes read as Obukata, by the way. O in Oitachi. And anytime a name ends in this kanji, there's a 90% chance it's read as O. It's sort of common in Japan. Alright, now that's most of the readings in the A column. In the K column, you have readings like ki, found in words like kito, kiji, sometimes kimizu, sometimes kimayu, kimajime, and etc. I'm going to count kisui as a different reading because there's a little tip between ki and sui. According to this website, seike can be read as kurashi and tatsuki, which is cool. 3 different readings for one word. Ignore these statistics, you're going to read this as seike most of the time. In the S column, you got readings like sa or san in this reading right here, saba or sanpan, a word for leaving a small portion of food to spirits right before a meal. Suzu in suzushi, a thin and lightweight silk fabric. Sit in wase, one of the many words describing the stages of growing rice. If you read this word like asao, it would be the name of one of the wards in Kawasaki. If you read it as ohu, it would be a place where hemp grows, the good kush, the Mary Jane, the devil's asshole. But if you read it as Aso, it would be a name, such as our prime minister for some time, Aso Taro. Speaking of people, who do you think this is? I'll give you a hint. Bob's Burgers taught me that this guy electrocuted an entire elephant one time. 3, 2, 1. That's right, it's how the Chinese spelled Thomas Edison. Look it up. Edison's a dick. Now for the T column, you got te and okte, an alternate reading of banse, a late bloomer. And I think that's it. According to this list, you could technically write the word egg like this, giving it the reading of tama, but you know. The end column goes a bit hard. You got na, naji, nasu, nase, naba, and niu in this name here. Here's a place in Tochigi named Tamaniu Mura. but as a surname, I don't think this is very common. Something fun I found when looking up this reading is this Wikipedia article for the name Hanyu. It includes unfinished links for all these places, but also showed me the etymology of the word. So long ago, the word was pronounced as Hanifu, meaning land with clay soil. Over time, the pronunciation changed to what we all know today, and even a little bit further. Another fun Japanese fact, if you look up these places on Google Earth, all you get is rice fields. Nuku in Nukumi, like in this person who is in way too much stuff. No in Onogomachi. No in Jono, and Nori. This word apparently means a sticky thick layer of coagulated blood. Alright, halfway there, let's get this bread. The H column includes readings such as Hai in Kurohaicho, this little sliver located east of Chiba. Bai in Nanbaimatsu in Aomori. Basama in Sakura Basama, Shiga Prefecture. By the way, this name doesn't exist anymore. It's been renamed to Koshinohara since 1874, so there's a 0% chance you will ever need to read this. Next one is kinda interesting. So you might not recognize this, but what if I change this kanji with this one? Shoga. These two are gingers, it's just that this one is a specific type of ginger. This kanji alone can be read as hajikami, but some people carry the sho part because it relates to ginger, or it looks more like a proper word, or did it for fun. Either way, that's how we get this reading. This can be read as hayashi or haru apparently, and hayu is an Asian way of saying haeru or hayasu. Warabi and shibafu are both words you probably know or should know, except this isn't how you really spell warabi, it's this kanji only. There's apparently a place in Gifu called Warabi spelled like this, so that's why it's in this list. There's also a place in Fukui called Warabio, so put that into the list, I'll count anything. This word is read as mibu. The word originally meant marsh or waterside, but eventually evolved to be the names of many places and people in Japan. Here's a river in Hokkaido named Obopugawa. It has a total length of 15 kilometers and is the steepest among the 7 streams in the area. Here's some fuck-ass statistics. There's something about a rare animal that lives along the river. The water is important to the industry. Sakalen stickleback. Last one for the H column is this name, Shibota. The first person that shows up when you look up this name is this person, Shibota Minoru. This person was apparently a judge, a legal officer, a poet, a professor, a dean, a scholar. This person was everything. The ultimate Asian. Alright, the M column. Mana and Manaita is what I first assumed to be a different spelling of cutting board, but I couldn't find a source on that. I then found out it's the name for a district in Ibaraki. Yeah, interesting, right? There's Maru in Tegomaru-jo, a castle that was built in 1199 and abandoned in 1798. What remains is the field where the castle used to be, and this memorial, which apparently enchants you with fertility, believe it or not. If you're into Sengoku stuff, this is like advanced trivia ball knowledge shit. It's the last castle of the Oda clan. Miu, just a part of a name, Mamiuda. As of July 14, 2025, there's not a famous person with this name yet, but we could hope. Speaking of names, Mo is another reading found in a word. The most notable person who carries the Mo reading undoubtedly is this Sengoku era daimyo who participated in all these events. You can tell how important the historical character is if you look up their name on YouTube and see these two characters on the thumbnail. They're everywhere. The Y column, Yu in Ogayu, a district in Morioka, most well known for looking like a stage set to a Silent Hill movie. Yuki in Noriyuki is spelled like this. This is a very rare way of spelling this name. Most people would spell it in these forms, by the way. Next here, Yuku in Yukue. Located in Fukuoka, looks like a standard rural town. Very ambiguous name though, almost like they chose that name on purpose. Yasumi no Yukue wa Yukue. Please visit us. Yoi can be found in Yayoi, the term for the period of Japanese history between 300 BC and 300 AD. If you want to learn more about Japanese history, I made a video going through each of the eras you can check out in the description. The reason why it's called Yayoi is because pottery from that era was discovered in a district in Tokyo named Yayoi Machi. Yo in Kayono, another plain place in Ibaraki. Funny name though, Kayono ni Kayono. Yodo is read in Kazayodozawa. It's probably the most obscure reading in this list because there's only like 3 good internet results. And Yahoo Maps is the only one like, yeah, this place exists. Want more info? Fuck you. If you want a good look at it, you have to travel back like 10 years. Alright, now the L column. Ri in this word right here, Yadorigi. It's one of the many spellings for the word mistletoe, but this one is sort of uncommon, so you kind of have to squint at it. Kiryu is a city located east of Gunma. It's actually pretty famous with a population of around 100,000, so it's worth remembering compared to other locations we mentioned in the video. Seirio is another place worth remembering. I think it used to be the former name of the area, but the name remained at this 4-star traditional hotel. Fun fact, it's 500 bucks a night. With prices like that, I'd much rather go visit Ogayu. Uro is a fishing town located north of Kagawa. Moguro is a town located here in Niigata. I'm running out of things to say because these places just aren't interesting. And finally, the W column. These two are way too fucking obscure for it to count, but I especially have a problem with this one. This source says it can be read as white in this word right here, nariwai. But for that to be true, it has to be backwards, and I can't find another source that suggests otherwise. Now here's me just naming a bunch of other ones I found on Weblio. Actually, fuck it, bam, there it is. All of them are just read with this one kanji, with or without an okurigana. Okay, so this is post-production me. I went back to look for more readings and I found a couple more. Here's a word I'll be using from now on. Somo-san is an ancient Chinese word used when, say you're in a Buddhist debate, and you want the other guy to quickly make up a response. Use this word to literally rage bait a response out of them. It's the Song Dynasty equivalent of how you like them apples, bitch. The reading Sugi can be found in names like Kisugi Takao. You guys need to hear this guy's out, his shit goes hard. Jininjo is an alternate spelling of melon potato, replacing this kanji with this one, I think. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. There's a lot more readings, trust me, I just want to end the video. If you have knowledge of other readings I've missed, make sure to type them in the comment section below for a chance to win a brand new nothing. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and suggestions in the chat as well. Thanks for watching, PYT. Dum da dum da 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 dum da dum da 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 dum da 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 da. Why haven't I told you? Oh baby, I've told every little star just how sweet I think you are. Why haven't I told you? Da dum da 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 da.